Hi, it's Nicole Moore here with another Flirty Friday video. If you're new to my channel, you subscribe below to make sure you never miss a video. Every Friday I put out an amazing video with love and relationship tips to create a truly epic love life. Today I'm answering a reader question, and the reader asked, or the viewer asked, how do you tell the difference between a deal breaker and a preference? So this is a question that I get often, and I talk to a lot of ladies that have a very long list of what they want and think they need in a man. So here's how you tell the difference. So a deal breaker is just that. It's something that if it shows up in the context of the relationship, it will break the relationship agreement. And you will say, I cannot be in this container anymore. So a relationship is an agreement. It's two people coming together and saying, we're going to create something. And within that creation, here are the agreements of the container. So a deal breaker is something that violates the agreements of the container that you have set with another person in the context of your relationship. A preference is something that would be nice to have, but it is not essential, okay? So deal breaker is if this is present, it violates the agreement of the relationship, it undermines the workability of the relationship. A preference is simply, it would be nice to have this, but if this thing isn't here, the relationship is still going to function. So for example, a lot of women say, I need a guy who's taller than 6 feet, even though it's like only, I think 11 or 13% of men in total are taller than 6 feet. But a lot of women say they need a tall man, and that's a deal breaker. Now, that might or may not be true. It probably, for most women, is that it would be nice to have. So it might be a deal breaker if, for example, you have a high heel collection of 100 high heels and you love wearing high heels every day, and that is something that makes you feel alive and you need it, and when you wear heels, you are 4 inches taller than your man. That might undermine the workability because it's getting in the way of you feeling fully you. But for most women, height is it would be nice to have, meaning if you have a guy, let's say if you're 5'3", and you have a guy who is 5'9", not 6 feet, that is not going to undermine the workability of the relationship. So a deal breaker is something that if it is there, the relationship, as you two have agreed together, doesn't actually work. For example, honesty, right? Lying. That is, if you have an agreement in your relationship of we are open and honest and in integrity with each other, and then your partner lies, that might be a non-negotiable. So you could have a non-negotiable of, I require someone to be honest with me, because if they're not, that undermines the workability of the relationship. A preference might be, it would be nice if he made 6 figures, for example. So make a list of everything you think you want and need, and then next to each one go, is this, it would be nice to have, but if it's not here, it doesn't undermine the workability of the relationship. Like, I would love him to be a great dancer. I would love him to be a great, I don't know, cook. So that might be a nice to have. And then other things are, you know what? I need this. This is going to make a relationship workable for me. That is a deal breaker. And I recommend that you focus on the deal breakers when you are selecting the man for you. And then you have your it would be nice to haves as your desires. And if you know how to manifest, then you can actually attract in a man who meets all of your non-negotiables, doesn't have the deal breakers, and you can actually start getting those nice to haves when you're a woman who knows how to manifest. That is for another video though. So I hope this was helpful for you in clarifying the difference between a deal breaker and a preference. And I hope you have a very flirty Friday.